Hello, it's Family Driver. Welcome to another video. Today I'm in BMW M340i X-Drive. It's a brand new car, so I'm very excited. I've never been in G-Series car, so it's totally fresh to me, completely different to F-Series. So I'm really excited to take it for a drive and see what G-Series is capable of. So without further ado, let's go. So the first thought about the car in comfort, a perfect daily. Really, the car is so refined compared to my M2. So it's quiet. It's almost noiseless when you want it to be. So when you're just cruising around, comfort, everything in automatic setting, the car is just so quiet. The suspension seems to be taking all the bumps really well. However, you do feel like you have a slightly sportier version of the 3 Series, because it's definitely not soft and plush. It takes the bumps really well, but it still feels slightly planted. I think it's just completely right for what it is. So this isn't an M car. This isn't the car you want to take on a track. It's not a car you're going to be racing in. It's the car you want to take your family in and take them for a holiday. And when they are playing in a swimming pool, you can go for a cheeky drive and have some fun in it. That's what it is. And I think it feels perfect at doing that. So I'm going to switch now into a sport mode and see what this car is capable of. Right. So the sound feels a bit synthetic, and that's obviously due to all the filters, but the car is rapid. Absolutely rapid. And I think the deadliest thing about this car is it totally hides the speed you're traveling with. So at the moment I'm at 60 miles, and in my M2 I can actually feel I'm driving 60 miles like I'm in a go-kart. In this one it feels like I'm doing 40, and I think that can be really deadly, especially for your driving license. So I'm going to try it in the corners now. I have to say, it just flows on the road, and I'm meaning that in a positive way. It takes all the bumps. As you can see, the car is absolutely smooth, but it just sticks to the road, and that's obviously because of the X-Drive as well, of course. There's no wheel spin, there's no drama that you're going to lose your back in a moment. Wow. There's no, I would say, massive drama in how it accelerates. Obviously this car is equipped with ZF8 gearbox, therefore the shifts are very smooth. There's no drama in the shifts. However, it just pulls constantly. Is it faster than my M2? I don't know. It doesn't feel like. I'm sure it will be off the line because of the 4-wheel drive. However, when it moves second, third gear, I think it's about where my M2 is. I don't think it pulls much harder than that while it's in the gear and it's rolling. So this car has 3-litre inline 6 B58 and it has 375 horsepower and 500 Newton meters, which is more than my M2. However, it also weighs more than my M2 by about 150 kilograms. So obviously that doesn't help, and that's probably why it doesn't feel as rapid in that second, third gear. Obviously it's completely different experience as well, because this car, it's an automatic, my car, it's a manual, so it's a completely different experience. But let's take it on a road I know really well, which is very bumpy as well, and it's probably too bumpy for M2 suspension. I just feel sorry for a car when I drive it on this road, because it's so punishing, it's so uneven. But I expect this car should take it really well, but we'll see this in a moment. Here we go. Oh wow. Well, I'm taking back what I've just said about the pull. It pulls really hard. Third gear, when you get to the revs, it pulls really extremely hard. Yep. And the road, obviously, as I mentioned, this road, it's absolutely horrible on suspension. And the car feels absolutely fine with it. Obviously, you know, the car is still moving. However, I mean, in my car, you would be jumping. So, yeah, it's perfect. The position behind the wheel is absolutely fantastic. I'm not sure if I like the wider sides of the steering wheel. It's probably something I would have to get used to, but it gives you that premium feel, especially that airbag which is covered in leather. When it comes to the display in Audi, you still get this kind of rev counter or the speedos, which look a bit like the analog ones. In BMW, you get these two kind of narrow stripes going around the screen, displaying your speed and your revs. And to be honest, I think it's absolutely horrible. It doesn't work. If you want to check your revs, you have to look around and check where the needle or the line is. It's just horrible. Absolutely hate it. I don't know what they were thinking, and I'm hoping that, you know, maybe one day they will introduce something which looks a bit more natural, a bit more analog, but this thing is absolutely horrendous. Pulling from the junctions in this car, wow, absolutely amazing. Obviously it's the X-Drive, it's the fact that all four wheels are pulling the car. I always drove front wheel drives, rear wheel drives. I don't think I ever experienced a four-wheel drive, and it's great. The car feels really well balanced in the corners, which I'm actually surprised about, because I thought it's going to be a bit more rolling in the corners and it's going to feel much more soft. But once you get it moving, once you're in that third gear and you're really going into these corners at a speed, the car actually feels absolutely amazing. It gives you so much confidence. Again, with this one, I could say I've got the same feeling as in the M car. Wow. No, the car is absolutely amazing for what it is. Considering this isn't an M car, the grip is there, it's just perfect. Despite the fake exhaust tips, I think the car looks absolutely stunning. Somehow BMW managed to make this car look slightly aggressive but elegant at the same time. Lights looks absolutely beautiful. I'm not the biggest fan of those mirrors, but they do look okay. The boot is massive and the space at the back of the car it's definitely big enough for most of the families, which I will demonstrate in a moment. So I'm now sitting behind a front seat which is set to my liking, and as you can see I still have plenty of space for my legs, so the car is really spacious at the back. I really love it. The seats are quite comfortable, firm but comfortable. You also get this climate control at the back, which is a bonus. Interior of this car, it's definitely a highlight. It's such an improvement from the F-Series. So let's rev the car to see how it sounds with the windows dropped down. Sounds quite good for 2021. Very nice. Really, the car feels so planted. It's just so surprising. I really didn't expect that. No hesitation off the junction. Obviously four-wheel drive does its thing. It still feels like a rear-wheel drive somehow. The way they set up this car is absolutely amazing. So the X-Drive system still pushes the majority of the power to the rear and using front just to give you an extra grip rather than the other way, which works perfectly fine. So what the M340i X-Drive is, it's a perfect all-rounder. This car isn't as harsh and as punishing on a daily basis like the proper M car. This car, it's your perfect daily, the car you want to take to work, car you want to take it for shopping without worrying about being uncomfortable, about what type of road you're going to be driving on. It's just giving you the best of all worlds. And to be honest, you could summarize this car as the only car you would ever need. It just does everything so well. It's not perfect at everything, but it does everything very well. The economy, it's, I would say, quite good. When I got the car, it had over 30 miles to the gallon as an average MPG. Now I've got 25. However, you know, I was accelerating it hard quite a few times, so you would expect for the MPG figure to go down significantly, and I still don't think that's bad. B58, obviously it's known for being quite good in terms of fuel consumption, so it won't disappoint you. Is it exciting to drive? Yes, it is. It's actually quite exciting. When I was in a Sport Plus, it was quite an exciting drive, to be honest. You know, it gives you the speed, which is one of the main factors of the excitement. The sound wise, well, obviously it's pumped through the speakers, majority of it. However, it still sounds nice outside, which did surprise me because I was expecting it to be more, well, quieter. A majority of it, it's still pumped through the speakers, but this is 2021 and all the cars are pretty much the same at the moment. So would I buy this car? Absolutely yes. If I would have to have one car which serves the purpose of the family car as well, I think you can't find anything better than this. However, it will never be an M car. It's not the same thing. It's not the same excitement and the feel the M car gives you, and that's absolutely fine because that's not what this car meant to be. And I think that's the perfect summary of this video. It's just perfect at being something between a nice daily comfortable 320i and M3. That's what it is. It's a perfect daily with a sporty capabilities which can excite you. There's nothing better which can give you that. So thank you very much for watching, guys. I appreciate your time. Please give this video a like and subscribe to my channel if you're new, and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you very much. Goodbye. Do widzenia.